Oh, you was on Dale's
Yeah, we
podcast?
ended up on Dale's podcast.
No kidding.
Yeah. It's probably been
What do they call that? Dirty Mo?
Dirty Mo Radio,
Dirty Mo Radio. Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
Dale Jr. download. Nice. That would have probably been about 2016,
So
2017.
well, we'll talk about that here in a little bit, but you're from around here or not?
Originally from Mingo County.
Okay.
I live in Pikeville, Kentucky now.
All right, so we're ready. I'm going to go ahead and start an ad.
Okay.
This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Apparition Scents, an outdoor and sporting goods company based in Dilliner, Pennsylvania. All of their scents developed and hand bottled with strict attention being paid to every detail. Contact them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionscents.com. 100% lethal or your money back guaranteed. Get a hold of them today at 724-998-7646 or check them out at apparitionsense.com. All right, folks, we're back with another segment here on our live podcast at Real Deal Outdoors in Salt Rock, West Virginia. We just had Mike and Austin Pauley on, and they told about their IBO circuits there, their journey that they've been going on. It's pretty exciting for him. He was really excited to come on the show. Young kid, high school, junior, maybe going to college to shoot archery. You can't beat that in West Virginia. So it was awesome having him on. So we want to thank Real Deal Outdoors here, Jamie Ferguson and all his staff. Folks, if you can't get in to see this place today, you need to get in here at some point in time and check them out. They've got all kinds of archery equipment. They've got archery techs on staff, and they have about anything you want, tree stands. They have targets. They have all kinds of archery accessories. So we sure appreciate them inviting us down and doing this live podcast for their Hunters Hangout. They do this once a year, so this will, I don't know how long this thing's been going on. Is this your first time being here?
Yeah, this is my first time coming.
Okay. So there in the background there you hear Danny Hobbs. He's with Tacticam, and he's here today, so we're going to be talking to him here in a little bit. So, but yeah, they've got Hog Heaven Barbecue out here. They've got taters and baked beans and chicken legs and pulled pork, all kinds of good stuff. So, without further ado, please welcome with me Danny Hobbs with Tacticam. Danny, how you doing, sir?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem, man. So, we was just talking there before we got on. We'll go ahead and start talking about that you guys are getting in some new markets.
Yeah, we got a couple different things we're getting into this year, and you can see here on the table I got them with us. First, we got our Defend by Tacticam security camera. And then the elephant in the room, everywhere we go, what we show it is this thing. It's
the Feather Snap.
The Feather Snap. This is Scout by Feather Snap. It's a smart bird feeder. It's a pretty neat thing, actually. It's a big conversation starter.
So now, are those available here to purchase at Real Deal?
They will be as soon as Jamie orders them.
Okay. So Jamie's got to get his order in.
Yeah, there's I brought it down a couple weeks ago and showed it. Had a lot of interest from some of his guys.
Yeah.
And they've been on to him about getting them in store.
Nice. So I'd say with that little bird feeder there, you're probably getting a lot of squirrels on there too, ain't you?
There is some squirrels. It does draw squirrels.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, but I had one guy tell me that if you put like cayenne pepper, like a hot pepper or something on the bird feed,
it'll keep them away.
It'll keep them away. So birds can't taste, but squirrels can, and it kind of deters them from getting in there.
Well, that's crazy. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, I hadn't either.
So the new, what's the reason for just getting into the new market? You said it's a pretty big market there.
So yeah, we got a great customer service team, and during the slow time from usually like January till around June, we got some select agents that do some proactive surveying with our customers. We got almost 750,000 customers now, users, over 2 million reveal cameras in the field. So what we do is our customer service team gets out and they send out an email survey, and then they follow it up with a phone call talking to our users. And through that proactive survey, we found that about 62% of the Reveal users had at least one Reveal camera for a security camera, whether it be on a driveway, a boat marina, somewhere their hunting cabin, just places that your standard Wi-Fi is not going to pick up.
Yeah.
So we wanted to, kind of put something in place that would give them a little bit of peace of mind in that security detail.
Yeah.
So, and then also through that proactive survey, and we found out that there was a bunch of people who was taking a Reveal camera here and that's putting on birdhouses and bird feeders.
Just to watch them.
Just to watch their birds. And, Jeff Peel and Ben Stern, our CEO and owner, they're all the time thinking ahead, and things started rolling, and we came up with these 2 new product lines. So we'll talk about the security camera here. Real neat concept. A lot of the same technology and engineering as the Reveal cell cameras.
Okay.
It's no Wi-Fi. It uses the cellular network like the Reveal. However,
is that on all networks?
It's on all major networks.
Okay.
It has an internal SIM. When you power it on, it's going to automatically connect to the strongest signal that it's pulling from, whether it be AT&T, US Cellular, Verizon. That's the 3 biggest that we use.
No, T-Mobile?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not that I know of. But those 3 are the big 3 that we really talk about. So when you power it on, it's going to automatically connect. And then it's more streamlined for security compared to the Reveal cell camera. The Reveal, trail cameras, they're made to be hung about chest or waist high out in the field to catch pictures of deer, bear, or whatever, because that's about how tall they are.
Yeah.
So our engineers took that technology, streamlined it for security to where with the security, the Fresnel lens, the PIR sensors, and everything that's put into a camera, you're going to be able to hang it up high, and you're going to get a lot better shots that's more security-based as compared to just a regular trail camera.
Okay, nice.
So, and then the bird feeder camera, it's called Scout by FeatherSnap. FeatherSnap is an umbrella company of Tacticam. It's real neat. When I first got it, I was like, different than what I'm accustomed to.
Yeah.
For the longest time, the only bird I really cared about was turkey.
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
And
we love turkey.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
And when I present it to dealers, they're like, "Oh, the only bird we care about is ducks and turkeys." I'm like, "Well, I'll take a look at this thing. You might change your mind."
Yeah.
And just during that conversation, they'll have employees come up and be like, "Oh, what's that thing? It's neat." And we just start talking, and you sell 3 or 4 right there. So
wow,
it's pretty neat. It comes, you can tell it's a lot bigger than our trail cameras.
Yeah.
The cool thing is this is Wi-Fi based, so not like the other 2 cameras here we have. When you get it out of the box and you open it up, you're going to charge this thing with a USB cable, and then you're just going to pop it in here like that right there, and then you're going to set it out. As you can see, it's got integrated solar panels built here.
Yeah, I see that.
Wi-Fi antenna in here to connect to your Wi-Fi from home, and the solar panels are going to keep that thing charged. You're going to be able to use the antenna here to really set that thing out in your yard. I think some of our beta testers was ranging 100, 150 feet away from their Wi-Fi router. And then it's got an app. We hired a bird specialist to be on staff full-time, and I think she helped with the app that we built with FeatherSnap. And, it's got AI technology. If there's a bird that lands on one of the perches there that you don't recognize or you don't know nothing about, you can go into the app. It's got a bird book. It tells you the region for that bird. Tells you what
no
kind
kidding.
Of bird. Yeah, it tells you what kind of seed that bird prefers.
There's been a lot of thought put in this.
Yeah, they put a lot of thought into it, and it's we got big plans for it.
Yeah.
So and then also can't go into too much detail, but there are some other things coming down the line in both the security market and the FeatherSnap market.
Okay.
Bird watching market.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to take a break real quick, and we'll be right back with Danny Hobbs with Tacticam. This episode of On the Limb podcast with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Douglas Barrels, located at 5504 Big Tyler Road, Charleston, West Virginia, 25313. Douglas Barrels has been handcrafting ultra rifle barrels for over 70 years. Their expertise is impressive and unmatched. you want barrels made by meticulous craftsmen who take pride in their work and do not take shortcuts in production, give Douglas Barrels a call at 304-776-1341. Get your ultra rifle barrel today from Douglas Barrels, 304-776-1341, or visit them on the web at douglasbarrels.net. All right, guys, we're back here on the Limb Podcasts at Real Deal Outdoors in Salt Rock, West Virginia. We've got Danny Hobbs on with Tacticam. Folks out there in the shop, I just want to let you know that we've got a cooler in here and a Tacticam reveal now that you can come in. All you have to do is put your name on a little piece of paper, throw it in the cooler, and like us on Facebook. And you get a chance to win the cooler, which is a 45 quart, and a Tacticam reveal camera. So come on in here, fill your name out, put it in the cooler.
Yeah, that camera is the Pro 3.0. It's our newest camera.
Okay.
And it's it's great. Everything I've seen about it so far since its release has been awesome. I love it. The big difference between previous models is we did our homework. We listened to our customers. What did they want in a camera?
Yeah.
And we took that once again through that proactive surveying that our customer service team did, and went to work. Previous models all require an SD card.
Mm-hmm.
That was a common complaint. SD card was the biggest issues customers were having with it.
Okay.
Something go wrong, you most of the time fall back to they use an incorrect SD card or something like that. So we went to work. Now the new Pro 3.0, SD card is not required. Does have an SD card slot, so you can still use that 16 to 32 gigabyte Class 10 U3 card. But it does have, I think it's up to 8 gigabytes of internal memory.
Internal memory.
And internal SIM card, same as the Defend camera, power it on, it's going to automatically connect. The Pro model also has the screen here.
Yeah, I like the screen.
The screen was on the X Pro model, which is out of the 2.0 line. And something else we added to the Pro model was this year, not only does it have the LCD screen, but we added Wi-Fi to it.
Okay.
And what that Wi-Fi does is when you're out in the woods and you're hanging these cameras by yourself, when you get this camera set, you get 10, 15 feet away from this camera, that little LCD screen is hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
So the Wi-Fi allows you to connect your phone to this camera, and you're going to get a live feed on your phone of what your camera sees.
Oh, nice.
And you can get out 20, 25 feet away from the camera, still be connected, and you can see exactly how your camera's angled.
That's pretty cool.
So, and the Wi-Fi was on the 2.0 base model.
Yep.
But it wasn't on the X Pro.
Okay.
So we combined them and put the Wi-Fi and the LCD screen on the Pro 3.0. The 3.0, well, let's say the X Gen 3.0 still does not have the screen. It's still Wi-Fi based. We did add GPS to the X Gen 3.0 this year. Both cameras now have GPS. Both cameras now have the Wi-Fi. Improved battery life. That was another common complaint we've seen, that we listened, we improved the battery life. We have a new solar panel coming out, new battery pack that is going to have longer lasting life compared to the previous models. So we just got some good things going on.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about price points on these products.
So the Pro model is going to cost you a little bit more. Not only do you get that LCD screen, but in the app you're also going to be able to do a five-shot burst mode on the Pro, to whereas the 3.0 is just a 3. And then if you pay for extra, which is an additional $9 a month on top of your monthly or yearly subscription, you're going to be able to do an on-demand video with the Pro model. To whereas with the X Gen 3.0, you're going to be able to do an on-demand photo, but you're going to be able to do both with the Pro model. The Pro is going to run you about $149.99 and up. And then the 3.0 is going to run you about $119 and up. Okay,
that's still not bad. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, we try to price our cameras to where the working man can.
Yeah, that's great.
Can buy them and afford them and use them.
So the feather snap here, the bird feeder camera, and the security cameras, those are going to be on. Those will be in Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, stuff like that. Menards, maybe.
Yes, sir. We are. We're going to be in a lot of the national brands, like you said, Walmart, Lowe's. Yep. But we're also working hard, boots on the ground, getting out every day, and we're going to get them into these local level shops, like here at Real Deal, and that way, you got customers like myself. I absolutely hate going to Walmart.
Yeah.
you'll be able to come someplace like this and be like, hey, what's that over there?
Well, some of these small shops like this may even use them as their own security cameras in the store.
Right, and honestly, with the Scout Feather Snap, you wouldn't believe how many archery shops we have seen that are like, hey, give me some of those.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a conversation starter.
Well, yeah, it's a conversation starter, but too, with everybody in the digital world that we're in, everybody's looking for content.
Yes.
And that's some more content that you can be throwing into different kinds of things if you do videos or however you do your commercials. I mean, that'd be something that you could put in with your content.
Yeah, and the app, it's going to be a subscription-based app as well. A little bit different prices on Feather Snap as compared to Reveal and Defend. The monthly is going to be $6 a month, and the yearly is $59.99. That's going to include your HD videos and photos that you can request from the Reveal and Defend line.
Okay, cool. Nice. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. You was how did you get into Tacticam, or are you a hunter and outdoorsman yourself?
Yes, sir. I've hunted I'm 37 now, and as far back as I can remember, I would go in the woods with my dad.
Yeah.
And hunt. Grew up in Mingo County, graduated from Gilbert. I now live in Pikeville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And funny story on how I got hooked up with Tacticam was, a couple years ago, I just ran the standard SD card cameras. You go out and check them. I had a couple Bushnells. Well, my Bushnells died, and it's about this time of year when Cabela's has their fall special and their buyback stuff. And I went into Cabela's up here in Charleston, and just so happened there was a Tacticam team member there. Tacticam team members kind of like our field staff.
Okay.
They had a booth set up, and I started talking to him, and trading in camera, you got so much discount through Cabela's. Mm-hmm. I ended up walking out with 2 Tacticams that day. So I got them out in the woods, got them deployed on our hunting place at the time. Came home that evening, started following all the Facebook pages and stuff, and then just one random day, I seen a post on the actual Reveal by Tacticam site, hiring work from home. I thought, what the heck? I've always wanted to work in the outdoor industry.
And from home.
and I applied. It was for customer service.
Yeah.
So I worked for a little over a year. Started in September 2022, Tacticam and customer service. And, got to do some trade shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed interacting with the dealers. And another rep at the time was like, you really got a knack for that. Said, you ever thought about sales? And I'm like, not really, but I do enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up in sales. I've been in sales since January.
Nice. So are you the sales rep for the state of West Virginia? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
I am the sales rep for the state of West Virginia on the local level.
Okay.
I also have Kentucky, Tennessee, and Mississippi.
Nice. So with that experience and you being in that sales role, will those pick up? You get to gain more states, or they kind of separate it between Eastern?
We got 11 salesmen on the local level, and it's kind of broke down to each territory.
Okay.
They try to keep it as local to the rep as possible for your territory.
Okay. So you do this full time now?
Yes, sir.
Nice. What was you doing before?
I was in customer service in 2000. I started customer service in 2022, and I worked my way to sales. But before Tacticam, I had briefly worked with UPS part-time.
Okay.
But once I got out of high school, I went to college for a couple years, and like most West Virginians, I ended up underground in a coal mine.
Oh, using the coal mine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, worked at coal mines for a few years, got laid off, and just did some stuff on my own, construction.
Yeah.
Still love the outdoors. That's my passion.
Yeah.
Still hunt it every year, and honestly, it's a blessing from God that it worked out the way it did.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I'm seeing more and more with people that aren't working in the outdoor industry. People are working more than one job these days and doing more things to stay ahead. And with the economy that we're in right now, it seems like everybody's doing that. But it's do you think like the everyday life of everybody just working, doing the grind is taking away from the time that you have in the outdoors?
Yeah, sort of, kind of. I always thought that getting in the outdoor hunting industry, I would hunt more, but honestly, I hunt less.
Yeah.
It's our busy season, hunting season, our busy season, so I'm hunting less than I did before.
Yeah, we founded. So we also own a game call business, Nature's Voice Game Calls, and we started that business back in 2010, and founded the business on turkey mouth calls. So during turkey season, I don't get to turkey hunt very much, but I've always been a bigger deer hunter anyways, rifle season, things like that, and my brother was more of the turkey hunter. So I had to start doing everything. My brother passed away in 2011. I think it was 2011. And so I've been doing everything since then. But we kind of, branched out and done this for more advertisement for our partners and just more advertisement for the business itself. And, I enjoy it. I enjoy all the people that I get to meet and different things like that. So
yeah, same. I really enjoy meeting all the different people in the industry and going to the different places. But I'm kind of opposite of you. I'm more of a deer hunter than a turkey guy. I use turkey season to scout for deer season.
Yeah.
Look for sheds.
Well, like I said, I'm a bigger deer hunter myself, but I do turkey hunt, and I have just had to make myself, get away from the business during that time when everything's caught up to go, So just kind of got to make time for it.
Yeah, we're coming up on deer season, so it's already open in some states.
Yep. Getting ready to head into archry season here. That's why everybody's
middle of September, West Virginia. Start September 7th in Kentucky. We got that little bit of a velvet hunt, they call it.
Yeah.
About the middle of September, 1st of October, velvet's already gone. So they do open a little early in Kentucky. But funny story is now that I am in the industry and not getting hunt time all the time like I used to.
Yeah,
is I'm more of a weekend warrior. You can just about count on if it's the weekend. I'm off work. I'm going to be in a tree stand somewhere. But my wife says, "Well, we're coming up on single mom season."
Yeah. So, are you a Sunday hunter? Do you Sunday hunt?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
My rule about Sunday hunting is church first.
Yeah.
And hunt afternoon after church, and I got a story about that too. Is for years you weren't allowed to hunt on Sunday in West Virginia.
Yep.
So never crossed my mind. A couple years ago, they opened it up and missed church one Sunday morning to go hunting a couple years back, and I was coming out. It was about 1 o'clock in the middle of the day. I was coming out. It got real hot. Wasn't worth sitting there, and I was coming back down the hill, and I tripped, and when I tripped, I just so happened to go over 2 copperheads. Luckily,
my goodness,
I jumped over top of them, and I ended up killing them with a rock.
Yeah.
But I got home, and I told my wife, I said, I think God's telling me not to hunt on Sundays, so I go to church.
so you got to go to church first.
That's the new rule. We go to church, and we'll hunt Sunday afternoons, but Sunday mornings at the.
No, that's good. See, I'm not against the Sunday hunting, but I've always grown up in church, and it's just been that's what you do on Sunday. Sunday was the time to go to church, come home, and have a big family dinner there at the dinner table with everybody.
Yep.
So, we still do that. We still do that in my family. My wife's like, listen, when the kids go off to college, they're still going to be required to come back and eat at the dinner table towels.
Yeah, we got 7 kids, so
7 kids. Goodness gracious.
Yeah. And
I got a couple buddies that's got a bunch of kids too.
Sundays is kind of the same thing. You'll find a NASCAR race or something on TV, but at dinner time we're all around the dinner table.
Yeah.
And with today's world, how kids are with the phones. I'm like, no,
we don't let the phones in. My wife gets on me every now and then because I'm people's texting me and talking to me all the time about different things, and I try to stay off of it as much as I can. But I'll pick it up at the table just to answer a text real quick and lay it back down. And she's like, "I'm gonna take that phone away from you."
That's how I am with my wife.
Yep.
And then I'm the same way. We try to eat dinner as much as possible through the week at the table.
Yeah, we do too.
Being the sales rep for 4 states, I got people calling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I try to push my phone away, but I still got dealers that call sometimes.
Yep.
But
it gets busy, especially when you're in multiple things. You got I still work a regular job. Got the podcast, game call business. So it's the bowl is full.
Oh, absolutely. I fully understand. We got one in 2nd grade football, Little League football, cheerleader, second grade cheerleader. Got one will be starting flag football soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's always go, go, go.
Yeah, my son's, he's a golfer, and he was wanting to play soccer again this year as well. He hadn't played soccer in like 3 or 4 years, and he got out of that to start golf, and he's really big into golf. And he wants to do soccer again, and I'm like, what are you doing? And I was like, there's no way that you can do that and then still be able to work too, you know, go to school, work, and play 2 sports. I don't think it's going to happen, but
Yeah.
and he's in his senior year. I was like, I would like for you to enjoy a little bit of your senior year. You know, I don't want you to overload yourself, but we were going to back him either way, but I kind of steered him not to do it. And he went to practice, and, you know, then he had to go to golf right after that and then work. And I'm like, how'd that feel? And he was like, I think I'm not going to do it. I'm like, well, I'm with you. I was like, I wouldn't want to do it myself.
Right.
You know, you don't
burn out.
You don't want to put yourself through more torture than,
No.
you know, the less the better. All right, Danny, we appreciate you coming on, man.
Absolutely. Glad to be able to come on and talk about our cameras and what we got coming up in the future here. And you know, it's had a fun time here at Real Deal.
Yeah. So you're going to be here till 4 p.m.? Or?
I will be here most of the afternoon.
Okay.
You know, like you said, we do got the Reveal Pro 3.0 we've added to your giveaway.
Yep. Yep, so we've got that Reveal 3.0 that we've added to the giveaway for the cooler. So if you come in and just fill out your name, throw it in the cooler, and like our Facebook page, you have a chance to win this cooler and a Tacticam Pro 3.0. So, Danny, we sure appreciate it, and hopefully we'll get to work together sometime.
Absolutely. You got my card there. And,
I'll be getting a hold of you for
reach
sure.
out with me, and I wouldn't mind doing some other shows with you.
Yeah, we'll do some. We do some different things during hunting season. We do like a hunter's update and things like that. So maybe we could work something out with you guys where we could have you come on and kind of do, I don't know, something like an update with how things are going with the business during the season and things like that. So how the new products are coming.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Thank you again.
Appreciate it.
All right, guys. Be sure to check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. We're there. So everybody out there in the shop, be sure you come in here and fill out your name and just throw it in the cooler for a chance to win the cooler and a Tacticam 3.0 camera. So we're going to have one more guest on here in a little bit, I believe, from SCI. SCI is bringing a new chapter here in West Virginia. So if he's still here, we're going to have him on. And maybe have the Hog Heaven guys out there come on and tell a little bit about the barbecue. So, all right, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back.
This episode of On the Limb with Nature's Voice Game Calls is brought to you by Trout Routes. Trout Routes is a premier fishing app that strives to empower trout anglers with information to help you go further and discover new waters, new places, and new faces. Check them out at troutroutes.com. Trout Routes is proud to be able to connect you to local resources and experts, such as fly shops, guides, local brands, and nonprofits. Be sure to check them out at troutroutes.com or the Apple App Store and Google Play Store to download the app today.